everyone, you're welcome once again to Lifestyle with Tinu Smith. Thank you very much for always sharing this channel with your friends and always clicking like and always coming back to watch our amazing videos. And I believe they are here today once again to gain and glean from what we're going to be sharing. And so today I'm going to be looking at self-awareness, which I believe is a very, very important topic to whoever you are, whether you're a business owner, whether you are an housewife, whether you're a teacher, whatever it is you are doing as a profession. This is very, very important for everyone. A wife, a mother, if you're a father, your father and your children, whoever or whatever you are, whether you're a leader anywhere, this is a very, very important virtue that everyone must have. So what made me to think about it is because I recently discovered that a lot of people, are defined by what they do. For instance, everything we do, determines how we react to life. Sometimes some people are teachers and they just feel their life is defined by the profession they are doing, which shouldn't be. Everything about your life should be in sections and phases, while you're also finding you're bringing everything together. So one area of your life should not define you. I'm married to a man should not be a definition of who I am or everything I can ever be in life. That should be more. That's what I'm saying. If you're watching me as a housewife, you are not working, you say I'm a stay-at-home mom, that's what they say. That shouldn't define you. You can be in the home taking care of your children and still become a mighty woman of influence in the society. So it's not about what you do, it's not about the profession you are right now. You are more than that. So but what would help you to be able to get into that space of finding who you really are is that place of self-awareness. So the question is, who am I beyond my job, my title, and my responsibilities? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are my blind spots? Because most times at times you can't see yourself, others can see you while you see others. And how do people experience me? So what is self-awareness? Self-awareness is the ability to understand who you are, your thoughts, your emotions, your values, your strengths and your weaknesses, behaviors and the impact you have on others. It's about seeing yourself accurately and honestly. So most times we don't see ourselves that way. I have to look within to ask myself some questions. Who am I? Am I defined by my business, the business I'm doing? Am I defined by my profession? Am I defined by the man I'm married to? Am I defined by the family I come from? All these things, if you look at it holistically, of course they are important, but none of it should define you. What should define you is who you are, understanding yourself. Because when you do that, it helps you to define the type of journey you will take in life. It helps you to decide the type of man you marry, the type of job you take, the type of decisions, every decision you take about life. Every aspect of life will be determined on how well you understand yourself, how aware of yourself you are. So why is self-awareness important? It improves your decision making, because it's when you know where you are, where you are going, your journey, the gifts you have, the talent you have, the things that come to you easily. It makes you to be able to make the best decision about where you should be at a particular time of your life, or who you should be with and what you should be doing. Those are the things self-awareness helps you to solve. Who I should be with, what I should be doing, and what I am doing. All those things are important, because you will not know what to do. That means if somebody comes to you and says, oh, we are going this direction, because you don't know who you are, just follow them. People make decisions out of emotions because they don't know who they are. But when somebody comes to you and says, oh, let's do this, or for instance, somebody says, let's invest in this business. Well, you know that you are not somebody that, just makes decisions on the spur of the moment. You are somebody that thinks deeply. You go back to your drawing table and say, let me think about this idea based on my values, based on who I am, based on where I am going, based on the dreams I have, the vision I have about my life. You'll be able to make a decision. Okay, is this a good one for me right now? You can go back and say, no, I don't think I want to do this right now. Even though I have this money, I'm not ready to invest it in what you are showing me. But for someone that is not self-aware, you find out that they jump at every decision, every opportunity is, that comes to them, they just jump on it without thinking deeply. So it helps us in decision making. It strengthens our relationship. You choose the type of people that is, fits your values, people that go in the same direction with you. That is what self-awareness helps you to do. The type of men you open your door to access, the type of people you give access into your space, into your life. People open their life to toxic relationships because they don't know who they are. You choose friends based on who you are, where you are going, your values, what you believe, your relationship, your religion, your work with God if you're a Christian. All those things together helps you to make a good decision. It increases emotional intelligence. You know what to allow into your space and how you react to things. It helps you to manage stress and conflict. It also builds your confidence because you know your true identity, and it enables effective leadership. That's why we always say, to be able to lead effectively as a leader, you must know who you are, know your strengths, know your weaknesses. If you're a short, someone that has a short fuse, somebody that is an introvert that keeps things inside, you will know who you are. You know your emotions, and you know the things that triggers you, which will help you to be able to avoid people that triggers you. If somebody is always making you angry, you know that this person is always always pushing me, always making me to feel bad, always making, then you have to stay away from that person. But if you don't know who you are, you will always open your life to people that should know your space. So it helps you to manage stress. That's another thing self-awareness does for you. You will not just go into any situation or anything that would trigger you, make you angry, make you tired, make you overwork yourself. All those things are very, very important, and it's important to your mental health. When you know who you are, you know the things you would allow into your life. It enables effective leadership and even followership. Then signs of a self-aware person. How do you know that I am somebody that is self-aware? The first thing is that you accept feedback without becoming defensive. Most times people are defensive. When you tell them, you are weak in this area, they don't like hearing it. And those feedback, whether good or bad, are good for us. Negative feedbacks, they might be negative to us, but it might actually be the truth. So at times we are defensive because we don't actually know who we are. So when somebody says you are always doing this, say no, I don't do that. But the truth is, if you take whatever it said, and you take your time to look at it, then you'll be able to gauge, okay, do you have issues in this area? What do I need to do? If you are somebody that gets angry easily, it's better you just know it, so that you know that this is the weakness I have, and what can I do about it? And once you agree that you have this problem and you are willing to solve it, that is self-awareness, and it helps you to be a better person. So this motivates you a lot, and it helps you to recognize your emotional triggers. Take responsibility for mistakes. That is what self-aware people do. Continuously seek growth rather than perfection. You are not perfect. You can never be a perfect person. It's only God that is perfect. So you accept that about yourself, and know that I'm a work in progress. I am not perfect. I'm working on myself to be a better person. So some of the barriers of self-awareness is what we're going to be looking at now. Number one is pride and ego. They would never agree. Those who are not self-aware, there's nothing you can tell them about themselves that they will agree that as you are telling them, they answering you back that they are not like that. But when you are humble enough to take criticisms, whether it's negative or positive, then you are a self-aware person. Fear of the truth. They don't like people telling them the truth about themselves or situations around them. Comparing yourself with others. That's another way you know when somebody has problem with self-awareness. They are always comparing, this person is better than me. And because they are not self-aware, they don't know the gifts they have, the talent they have that others do not have. Because everybody is unique. You are peculiar in your own way. God created you specially the way you are. And there are things inside of you. There's nobody that was created by God that was created empty. All of us have talents, we have gifts, we have things that we know others do not have. But because we're always comparing with others, we are unable to discover ourselves. And it's called self-discovery. That's why we say self-discovery is you that will discover those things about yourself. And that's where self-awareness comes in. So when you discover yourself and you know things that you are good at, you look at someone and say, I applaud her effort. She can sing, I can't sing. You will not feel bad. She even sings better than me. And you say your voice is so lovely, you sing better than me. But it doesn't remove anything from you. It doesn't change you, doesn't belittle you. You just celebrate other people while you also maximize your own gifts and talents. So that is what self-awareness does for you. Okay, so you are able to stop comparing yourself with others. Then lack of reflection. You don't take time to think through things. You don't think about yourself. What are the things I need to work on? What are my gray areas? That's self-awareness. You look at yourself and know, I have a problem with this in this area. What can I do differently to be a better person? So that's what self-awareness helps you to achieve. So what are the things you can do, okay, to be able to develop self-awareness? Number one is spend time daily on reflection. That means reflecting on your daily, whatever you've done on daily basis. Think about it. Did I achieve anything today? How did I relate to this person today? Was I angry today? Was I defensive today? What are those things that you did well today and you did wrongly that you could also work on? And then if you did well, you also praise yourself. I did great today. Somebody pushed me. Somebody wanted to trigger me, but I was able to control myself. I wasn't angry. So if you're able to do that, then you'll be able to applaud yourself. That is self-awareness. Ask trusted people for honest feedback. So you're not afraid to get feedback from people. Do you think I did well on this thing? But it's not that you are looking for validation. Looking for validation is different from self-awareness. Looking for validation is when somebody has low self-esteem and you are looking for people to validate you so that you can feel better about yourself. You just want somebody to say, you are beautiful, before you agree that you are beautiful. You must be able to look at yourself in the mirror as a woman or whoever you are and say, I am a beautiful person. God created me beautiful. I'm gifted. I'm a wonder to the world. That is affirming yourself, and that is because you have seen yourself the way God sees you, and you are aware of who you are. But when you look at yourself in the mirror and feel, oh, I'm ugly, my hair is not fine, my hair is this, and my skin is too dark. When you start seeing all the negative parts, that is where we know you have self-esteem issues. So you spend your time daily in reflections, ask trusted people for honest feedback, and journal your experiences and emotions. You can write things down, how you feel about things, talk about, speak to yourself. At times I speak to myself about things without even talking to anybody. I ask myself honest questions. Did I do well on this thing? Did I react well to this person? Did I answer harshly? Did I answer well? Even though I might have done it in front of somebody, and when I leave the place, I think I was too harsh with that person. I think I raised my voice too much. Those are areas of self-awareness we need to work on, because without it, you cannot improve. That's it. Then journal your emotions often. Like I've said, practice mindfulness and prayer. You can pray about it. Learn from both success and failures. Look at other people's stories, those who have discovered who they are, how they live, and what they've achieved. Identify your strengths and areas of improvement. What can I do to improve myself in this area? So in conclusion today, self-awareness is not about becoming self-conscious. It is more about becoming self-informed. Know who you are, understand who you are, your values, your journey, your gift and your talent, where you are going, the vision you have and dreams. Understand it. This helps you to be able to, engage the right relationship, be in the right space, and also open your life to the right access. So today, I want you to ask yourself, what is one strength I should maximize in my life? What is one weakness I need to address in my life? What habit is limiting me from growth? If you can answer those questions, it will lead you to self-awareness. What is one action that will take this week to become a better version of myself? So your life changes the moment you become honest with yourself. Self-awareness is the first step towards lasting transformation. So today, as you have listened to me, I believe that we are all work in progress, and we are working on being self-aware on a daily basis. So the more you are self-aware, the more you become a leader to others. The more you're able to lead people, because you are honest with yourself and you're able to grow. Without honesty, with yourself, you cannot grow. So thank you for listening today, and I hope